I'm sure you've played Candyland. It's like this ubiquitous game for kids. Candyland is the worst game ever invented. There's no strategy, there's no technique. It's just like chaos. And you're playing with kids, so you feel like you're playing, poker with toddlers who can't do math. It's terrible. Anyway, I hate Candyland. We have 5 kids, and so I say to my wife one day, I'm like, you know what? This is the end. I am never playing Candyland again. We're throwing the board away. That's it. I'm a man, right? I am the king of this castle. Right, men? You're with me on this.
Woo!
So the next day I'm playing Candyland, right? And the kids, they love it. They just get way into it. The problem with Candyland that I have is that it's so random, but you got to make sure the kids win because they hate to lose. So if 20-year-old me could see me now, 40 years old, cheating at Candyland so that I can lose, right? Like, it's just ridiculous. So, Candyland, we'll set that aside. The second terrible thing about parenting that maybe nobody really talks about, the second bad thing about it, is that you may not realize this, but dads are always second-class parents. No matter what we do, we're second-class parents. I know that this is true because when the kids come in the house and they see me, what's the first thing they say? Where's mom? You already know, right? Because that's where you want to go and you want to see your mom. So I spend my entire time as the second most important parent. But I've accepted my role, and that's fine. As the second most important parent, there's really there's a job that you have to do, which is you need to always know what to say when the kids ask you something. And what is it that you say? What did mom tell you, right? That's the first thing you say. What did mom say? And so I have this flow chart of responses. The kids come in and they ask you something. You're like, well, what did mom say? Mom said yes, fine. Mom said no, absolutely not. You haven't asked mom yet? Well, go ask mom. And if you can't find mom, well, we'll just both sit quietly. I'm sure she's nearby. We'll figure this out, right? We got to ask mom. Now, I defer to my wife, not because she's bossy. She's actually not. She's very sweet. She's right here tonight. Thank you for coming. She's very sweet, but the reason I defer to her is because she knows things that I don't know. Let me give you an example of something that she knows that I don't know. Okay, so the other night, we're getting ready to go out on a date, and she says, hang on, I need to change my shoes. And so I'm like, well, what's wrong with your shoes? And she says, they're not flirty. Now, listen, I went to college, and in all that time, nobody said anything at all about what is a flirty shoe. I feel like I was railroaded. I want my money back, right? Why is it that she knows what a flirty shoe is? So the next worst thing about parenting, of course, is when the kids want you to deal with their childhood dramas, right? They come to you as a parent to be some kind of a Judge Judy, an impartial judge to solve the problem. The thing is, they think that I'm going to be an impartial judge, but what I actually want is to just sentence them both to 20 minutes of silence, right? That's what I actually want to see happen. So I do this thing now, and guys in the room, you're all welcome to try this if your kids come to you and ask you to resolve a conflict. What I do is I listen to what they say, and then I sit down, I look them straight in the eye, and I say, life isn't fair, go ask your mother. Boom! Justice served, right? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh!
So, honestly, parenting, it really is just about showing up. It's about just being there when the kids need you to be there, and that's the most important part, right? That and, knowing where mom is at all times.
Woo!
Okay, that's it for me. Thanks, everybody.